Hey guys, welcome. Happy Sunday, everybody. All right, I realized I didn't have my clips ready. Hey, hi everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hi guys. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I decided that since I'm going to be doing my wash and go, that I should do it live so you guys can watch, ask questions, and you can see the process that I use when I'm using the products. Also some of the techniques that I have learned. So my hair, since I stopped coloring it, is no longer as porous as it used to be. So I had to relearn my hair, which is crazy. You know, I was like, for what, 15 years, I was like, oh, this is my hair. And then one day it's like, no, sorry, it's something else. So I'm going to show you some of the tricks that I learned so that if you have dry hair and you find like nothing is working to keep your hair moisturized and hydrated, I'm going to offer these suggestions that I have done. And these I've learned from listening and watching hairstylists. So every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I feature a different hairstylist, and I'm calling it Get Hair-educated, and we talk all things curly. This Thursday, I'm so excited. I have Hair by Glenna. She is a celebrity hairstylist out in Toronto, so we're going to be chatting. So make sure that you set your calendars for this Thursday, September. This Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I think I just want to like skip summer and get straight to fall in hopes that we will get this pandemic under control. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about getting our hair hydrated, moisturized, so it can look cute for our Zoom videos. Okay, so first thing is I already washed my hair. So I washed my hair using the detoxifying clay cleanser. And you know, I did things a little bit differently this time. I'm playing around. So I just got this Hot Head by Thermal Care. Hey Jolene! Oh, I had a nice little email exchange with your sister. You guys are awesome. I hope we get to meet in person because you're not too far from me. But anyway, on the note, so I got this Hot Head, and awesome news is that they gave me an extra one, so I will be doing a giveaway. Stay tuned for the details on that. And this is like, you just put it in the microwave. I put it in for 2 minutes, 1 minute on this side, 1 minute on this side, upside and downside. And then I put it on my head. So I did that with the detoxifying clay cleanser for the first time ever to see like what would happen. And I feel like my hair is a little bit more hydrated, but I'm going to keep playing around with it to see how it goes. And I'll report back. But let's, you know, and I think I'm doing that because my hair, the porosity of my hair is just not the same. Okay, so the products that I'm going to be using in today's wash and go demo are the Sealing Hair Butter. This is one of my favorite. Well, I mean, all of them are my favorites. All of them are my favorites. So this is the Sealing Hair Butter. I will show you. As you can see, it is used and loved. It is a really, really thick, creamy, rich product. I would say, like, if you're like, what does it feel like? It has like the consistency of cake frosting, you know, like the Dunkin' Hines that you buy at the supermarket. It's very rich. It's a very emollient rich. So what this does is that when you use the water in your hair, it's going to help keep that water, infuse that moisture into your hair a little bit longer than a product that might have more water base to it. This is great. I recommend this if you have super thick hair, if you have damaged hair, if your hair is, you know, colored, especially if you color it blonde, you might find that your hair is a lot drier when you color it. So this is going to help to seal those cuticles down so that moisture can stay in. longer. And the product I'm going to use with that is the Curl Control Styling Lotion. So I'm always talking about the Get Set Hair Jelly. I don't promote the Curl Control Styling Lotion enough. This is a great product. If you like to get that third day hair on day one, if you like your curls to be a bit more fluffy, you want that volume. Also, if your curls are looser, or if your hair is on the finer, low density side, then you're gonna wanna use the Curl Control Styling Lotion. So because I've been going for volume, it's all about volume, that's the combination that I'm going to be using. So the first thing you do, and please guys, ask questions, ask lots and lots of questions. I love questions. So the first thing I'm gonna do is section my hair. And all of this, like everything that I'm doing, that they're all very important steps. There really isn't any step in this process that I would say, oh, you don't have to do that. Especially like if you have a lot of hair, if your hair is thick, if your hair is long, sectioning your hair is going to save you a lot of pain and suffering, I promise. Because you want to get the hair out of the way. And you want to make sure that as you're applying your products, when you're adding more water with using your spray bottle, that you're going to get to every section. So just imagine if I tried to put all my products in like this, the middle, certain parts of my hair would not get any products. And so parts of my hair will be dry and frizzy, other parts will be curly. So you don't want to miss any of these steps. So the other thing I want to talk about is how we can tend to have different hair textures and types on one head. I'm going to get a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see, but I say this often. You can see like how loose the curls, this is almost like a 3B texture is in the back, very back of my hair. You can see in the middle, very center part, how it's much more like coarse looking. It's a little bit rougher feeling. The texture is a little bit rougher in the middle of my head. Also, I say like the middle part tends to be the densest. That's where the most bulk of my hair is. And also it tends to be more on the low density compared to the rest of my hair that absorbs water easily. The middle part of my hair does not. So I have to work and manipulate the center of my hair a little bit more. Whereas the front of my hair curls just right. It's like so nice. It's like, you know, it's like having 4 or 5 different friends all hanging out on your head. Sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't. But you know what? We do what we do and we keep it going. Hi, Ania. Hi, guys. All right, so I'm going to continue to section. And I'm using my fingers. I don't use a comb for this just because, you know, you don't need perfect sections. I'm not doing box sprays. I'm not putting in anything. So I just need to section it and just get hair away. And let's see, I have 2 more clips left, so I guess I can create. So what I'm gonna do, I'll turn around so you can see. So now that we have all of the sections done, I always like to start from the bottom and work my way up and then work in the front. And these sections are too big. So I'm going to turn these into like 2 smaller sections, and I'm just going to clip this side up. And now I'm just going to work in this section. Now think about it, right? If you have very dense, thick hair, if you have long hair, if you just have a lot of hair in general, when you section the hair, now it's way more doable. You can work in sections. Like this is so much easier for me to work with than trying to work with all of my hair, right? So just remember that. And already my hair is starting to dry because I don't have any product in, so I'm just going to spray some water. Just regular old tap water. And what I have learned, if your hair is more on the low density, again, if you find that, you know, let's not density, porous, but let's not even talk about porosity because it gets a little confusing. I'm going to say if you find that it takes a little bit more effort and energy to get water into your hair, then you're going to want to use, when you're applying these products especially, you're going to want your hair to be on the wetter, almost sopping wet side. Like, I had to get over my aversion to sopping wet hair because I honestly hate when there's water dripping all over me. But I was like, you know, my hair takes a little bit more effort to get water into it. So I had to get over that. If I wanted my hair to look good, feel good, and also just stay moisturized a little bit longer. So you can see now that I have water in it, how much better the curls look. So you want to think about sort of like water is what's going to give you that moisture, right? And then the products is how it's going to work. How are your products going to work with that water? Is it going to dry out once that water dries out of your hair, or is it going to stay bind with some of those water molecules to stay in your hair? And that's essentially what the sealing hair butter is going to do. It's going to help to seal those cuticles down temporarily, because you don't want your cuticles to be closed forever. And with these products, because they're so thick, I like to emulsify it in my hands first and then apply it. Or sometimes I might apply it directly to my hand, on my hair, but I still work it through. So you want to work it. And the idea is when you're working products, any products, not just the Wonder Curl products, if you're working any products into your hair, you want to make sure that one, you have enough water. But as you're applying products, once the hair starts to feel smooth, right? You see how much, now that I have the product in there and I've smoothed it, now I know like I have enough of the sealing hair butter. I can move on now and apply the Curl Control Styling Lotion. And this, you know, the amount of product you use, it's all going to be determined by your hair, the weather. If it's going to be humid outside, you may want less of the butter, more of the lotion, because if there's already a lot of moisture in the air, you already know your hair is going to be attracted to it, so you're not going to need as much product like that, but you might want a little bit more of the styler to help repel, keep some of that moisture out. So now that I've applied the Curl Control Styling Lotion, so a styler is not really meant to moisturize the hair because there are no oils or butters in it typically, usually. And that's the case with my products. What these are going to do is I say it helps to set the curl, set the style. Whatever style you're doing, whether it's a wash and go or a twist out, what's going to keep those curls, those clumps, those waves, those twists together, that's what the Curl Control Styling Lotion is going to do. All right, so now we're just going to keep on moving. How often do you do this process to your hair? Every time I wash my hair. So I wash my hair generally once a week. That would be usually on Sundays. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like washing my hair, I'm too tired, so I'll do it like the next day. But generally, I do this process once a week. And then probably like midweek, so if I do it Sunday, by like Thursday, that's when my hair starts to feel dry. And what I'll do with my hair is that I will section it, get more water into it, and just finger detangle it. And that helps me to get a few more days in till my next wash day. So some of you, I'm going to show you, this is how you detangle your hair. You start from the ends and work your way up. And notice like how I apply the water to my hair first. Like I already did the big part of detangling in my hair while I was in the shower with the clay cleanser in my hair. So what the clay cleanser does, it's a 3-in-1. It's going to cleanse your hair. It makes the detangling process so much easier. And my hair was like very tangled when I got in the shower. I put the clay cleanser in my hair. I just let it sit for a few minutes while I did other things, you know, that you do in the shower. And then I sectioned my hair and detangled each section, and Lord, that just like saved me. So again, and yeah, I think this does seem a little overwhelming. This does seem like a lot of work. I know. But trust me, like once you get the process down, notice I put a little extra on the ends because the ends of your hair is the oldest part. So you want to make sure that you protect those ends. And I say moisturized hair is protected hair. So yeah, this is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It is a lot. But I promise you, if you take the time, I say if you invest the time in your hair on that wash day, if you invest to make sure that you're getting moisture into your hair, you know, unfortunately, it's just the nature of having curly hair, natural hair. And the curlier the hair, the harder it is to maintain moisture into it. So it's even more important that we continue this process. But this is what I do to my hair every week. So a lot of times, you know, someone will ask me, well, what's your hair routine? This is my routine. I don't do protective styles, you know, only because like I like to watch. I just don't. But my hair thrives because I keep it moisturized. My hair, maybe I might just, last week I decided I washed my hair and I didn't do anything to it the next day, and I felt it like when I finally got back to washing my hair, I was like, Lord, this was like I had to spend even more time in the shower to get water back into my hair, and then I had to do a deep conditioning treatment last week. But as long as I keep my hair moisturized, the process over time is so much easier. And you'll notice that your hair will won't break off as much. And that's really what we're trying to do, because dry hair becomes brittle and it breaks off. Hi, Grateful. Welcome. So again, we are detangling each section. Because whatever style you're doing, you don't want any tangles in your hair. So I'm going to detangle. And notice, like, again, I don't just stop. I brush my hair until, you know, I can get the full brush through the hair a few times without any tangles. And then I know, okay, we're good. Now it's time to move on to the next step, which is sealing. Okay, so you want to seal in the moisture, right? Seal it all in. So I'm going to, again, work the product. And yeah, I'm getting some from the previous section. That's okay. And I'm touching my hair and I'm like, you know what? It still feels a little rough around the edges. My hair still feels a little hard. So I'm going to apply a little bit more. Oh, change my diet to plant-based. Notice hair is dry and scalp is always itchy. How can I prevent this? Interesting. Well, so yellow flower, right, forgive me, I forgot your name. I know you've been on a lot of my lives. So, one thing is, I would say, are you wearing your hair a lot in buns? Like, is your hair up a lot? Do you keep your hair like in updos a lot, or is your hair loose and down? Because what I've noticed is that if my hair is up and I'm not getting air into my scalp tends to get very itchy. Also, I don't put anything directly on my scalp. So I you know, aside from like the times that I get product on it, I don't apply, what's the word I want to say? Like, I don't purposely apply anything to my scalp, because your scalp wants to breathe. Okay, I think I remember. Yes, I remember. I would say, like, if you think that your hair is dry or your scalp is dry, I don't know how much hydration you're getting, if you're drinking enough water. It could be that you're not getting enough zinc. So I would say, if you can, check with a doctor to get your levels ready, because it could be a sign that you're, like, I remember when I found out that I was vitamin D deficient, my skin and scalp skin was severely dry, and it was like nothing I used helped. So I found those things out, and then once I started taking those supplements, but I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you to go to your doctor to see, just maybe you might be deficient in something. It could be that, once you switch to plant-based, make sure that you're eating a completely diverse diet, that you are getting, all of your beans, your legumes, but a lot of the, essential fatty acids. Make sure you're getting like omega-3, which is in walnuts, chia seeds. If you want to get zinc, that's in foods like oatmeal, has a lot of zinc. Now, I would say don't put anything directly on your scalp. You don't want to put anything directly on your scalp, because now you're stifling your scalp. So your scalp wants to breathe. Your scalp wants to breathe, and so I would say clean the hair, clean the scalp. Don't apply anything, because your scalp is going to produce its own sebum. It's going to produce sweat. But if you're putting stuff on it, now you're suffocating it. So I would recommend not using anything directly on the scalp. So the products that I'm using today, so I just applied the sealing hair butter, and that's, so you can see a little bit better. You can see it's very thick. It's not going anywhere. It's a very thick product. I love it because if your hair is very dry, if you find like you just have a hard time, if your hair is damaged, it really helps to seal that moisture into the hair. And then the other product I'm using over it is the Curl Control Styling Lotion. And the lotion, you're very welcome. The lotion is what's going to help keep my curls in place. So now I'm going to move on. Water, water, water. Yeah, don't use, I think, I remember I was having a conversation with someone about oils. And, we tend to mistake oil for moisture. And sometimes when our hair feels dry, our scalp feels dry, we apply more oils to it, thinking that that's going to help. If you notice, for example, if your hands are dry, right? Like say it's wintertime and there's like no moisture out in the air and your hands just start to crack. If you put oil, straight up oil on your hands aren't going to feel any hydrated, right? You need to first wash your hands, get water into it, and then put that oil directly on your hand. Because what that's doing is that moisture that your hand, like your skin absorbed, that oil you put over it is going to keep that water into your skin, that moisture. So this is similar, we want to think similarly with our hair. But the only thing is I don't apply oil directly to my hair ever. I've tried it in the past, and what I found was that when I applied oil to my hair, it actually made my hair drier, and it made it harder for products to get absorbed into my hair. So that's why I highly recommend trying your leave-in with a styler, or just your leave-in by itself before using an oil. And if you're not sure, do it both ways. Try it 1 week. Like say if you're using these products, the sealing hair butter and the curl control styling lotion. So your sealing hair butter is essentially going to be your LOC in one. You can see it's very thick. It's emollient rich. It has shea butter, castor oil in it. It also has aloe vera. So these are your LOC essentially. And with this, you don't need to apply an oil on top of it because this is going to do that oil's job. And when you're using a cream-based product that has oils in it, it makes your hair easier. Well, today is Sunday. Post office is closed, but I will be shipping tomorrow. Yeah, shipping tomorrow. And everything is on sale. All the 8-ounce sizes are on sale. So I would suggest, but yeah, I'll shipping out tomorrow. So yeah, so I would say if you're like, I don't know, Scarlett, I always use an oil. I've been told to use an oil. My mama used an oil. My grandmama used an oil. I need to put an oil. Try it both ways, right? Try it 1 week, the Sealing Hair Butter, the Curl Control Style Lotion, or whatever products you're using without the oil, and then try it again. And just pay close attention to your hair and see what happens. See how it feels. Touch your hair. See how it feels. Touch how it feels. And that's what I basically have been doing. Like every week, I've just been kind of like experimenting every time with my hair. And I was like, okay, let me try a little bit more water. What if I use less water? What do I notice with my hair every time? And I found that when I used more water, my hair looked and felt so much better versus when I didn't use a lot of water. So again, we just continue. Water. So now we are in the dreaded middle part of the hair. This is, you guys, this is like my trouble child right here. I don't know if you guys have the same hair, like similar types of hair where, you know, the middle part of the hair tends to be the thickest, densest part of the hair. For me, this is where most of the bulk of my hair is. It's very heavy. The last haircut I got, he cut the middle a lot shorter than the rest. So we're just going to, you see I applied a lot of water. Brushing the hair helps to distribute water product into your hair. And now I'm going to put the Sealing Hair Butter on first. So working it throughout the hair, right? So you notice like from section to section. You don't want to just like throw it on. Don't just throw product on your hair. I know sometimes we want to. Please don't. I promise. If you go through these steps, if you do these things, you're going to be like, oh my God, my hair isn't as poofy. I don't have as many frizzy parts in my hair anymore. Oh, wait. Y'all, I was about to move to the next section without putting the lotion on. So I'm going to put a little bit of lotion, but I might add more as necessary. And this is the other reason I recommend going section by section and layering the products on. Because I say, like, because we have tends to have different textures of hair on our head. Certain sections, you might want to apply more product to it, you know. Like for me, I don't need as much product to the very back of my hair because the curls are much looser. They tend to, you know, absorb the product and just be perfect. And then my whole life, I was like, if only all my hair could be like this. But it's not. Life isn't so easy sometimes. And now I'm going to apply the next side. Again, water. My hair is nice and wet. Detangle. See, like all the tangles are now like right there, so I'm going to just slowly work them out. So see, when your hair, like notice like when your hair is nice and wet and there's tangle free, like look at that. Let's just admire like the detangling and water. And you know, sometimes like you see those videos, I could just watch videos of people brushing their hair all day. Like, what is up with that? What is wrong with us humans that we'll watch videos of people just doing their hair? It's nice. It's like relaxing. I'm like, can you come over and do my hair next? Okay, so I am applying again the sealing hair butter. And I don't know, like, if this looks like a lot of product to you, but I say a little goes a long way. You really do not overuse the products. Not that it's gonna, like, your hair's gonna, you know, do anything. It's just, if you use too much, it's just not gonna look right. That's all. So just don't use too much product. The beauty of, like, when you're using a lot of water is also, if you do feel like you might have gotten too much product on one section of your hair, you can always squeeze that excess product out. You notice, like, you see how all of this, you could squeeze that out, but we're not squeezing anything out today. We want this product in our hair. We want all of that in there. And next is the Curl Control Styling Lotion. I do have the Get Set Hair Jelly. And so if you like your curls to be more defined, you're like, nope, I want definition. I want my curls to be as defined as possible for as long as possible. Then I would recommend using the Get Set Hair Jelly. Because lately I have been enjoying big hair. I'm using the Curl Control Styling Lotion. So what I like to do, and this is just optional, this is just my own personal preference, is I like to just put the back of my hair up. Now that I've finished all of this, I like to clip it. It gets it out of the way. It's like out of my way. I don't have to think about hair on me right now. And then also, I feel like when I clip it all together, it just helps my hair to absorb the product. Again, especially the middle part of my hair, it does not retain water, moisture as long. And I think you'll see the difference now once we get to the front part of my hair. The front of my hair is just like, oh, hi, like, let's get ready for curls. Let's do this. So I'm going to, I dropped the clip, water. I am going to put this into smaller sections first before I apply the product, but so let's detangle. And again, once that brush goes all the way through the hair, that's when you're like, all right, no more tangles. It feels good. It's like, and it does, like, I kind of want to do this all day, but I can't. And I do not recommend finger detangling only. Finger detangling, I like to finger detangle my hair like in between wash, when it's my, I'm gonna call it my rehydration day. Sorry, I have to pick up a clip. It was driving me nuts seeing it down there. And you know, maybe what I'll do is on Thursday, normally I rehydrate my hair on Thursday just before I go live for my Hair-educated series. Maybe this time I will do that before I go live so you guys can see how I rehydrate my hair. I don't do the full process, but I do a, what's the word? I'm like lost for words. Sort of like a shortened version of this. That takes me about 20 minutes. So you can see water, sealing. I'm using the sealing hair butter today. Again, like any style you're doing, whether it's a wash and go, twist out, you know, it is about your technique, and it's also about the products that you're using. Because if you don't have both, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to last. You're not going to get that definition. You know, you see those YouTubers and their curls are just like, their hair just looks amazing. You need to just practice, 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 and get that and just get that technique, but make sure you're using the right products in the combination of products. Hi, so this is the spray bottle that I'm using. Ow, I just hit myself. So exciting. This is the Continuous Mist spray bottle. Unfortunately, I sold out of these on the website, and I've been looking everywhere. They're like, yeah, we'll be getting more in never, but actually June. So hopefully I'll have more online, but these are great. See, look. But you know what? If you don't find it, I'm sure you can find it other places. So this is an amazing, amazing spray bottle. It changes your life, I promise. Oh, and you know what? I also use it to mist my plants. I use it when I'm ironing. I use it when I'm like giving myself a facial. It's got like a million different uses for it. Okay. So now we're going to apply the Curl Control Styling Lotion. And notice like I'm using a little bit less in the front. One, the section is smaller and I don't need as much. But look at how like, look at the curlage. And I'm like, man, why can't all of y'all behave like this? Why can't all my curls be right? You know, but the center part is like, no. Center part just wants to just be mean to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm so good to my hair, and the middle part is like still always just doesn't want to participate with the rest. I'm going to put a little bit more water. Usually back here gets a little bit. So again, water is your friend, ladies and gents. Water, water, water. Do not be afraid of water. I think you know, I remember like growing up, and when we used to relax our hair, I think we were taught like, you know, water is going to dry out our hair. It's going to mess up our hairstyle. So it became ingrained in us to sort of like not want water in our hair. And I think that's done us a great disservice, because that's why if you notice when your hair is straight, it's relaxed, that it tends to break off a lot easier. And it's not just a chemical process, because there are plenty of people who have healthy looking, long, relaxed hair. But that's also because a lot of them just aren't afraid of washing their hair, aren't afraid of getting that water into their hair. And I think we've been taught, you know, for years that water was like our hair's enemy, but really it's what is going to give our hair that hydration, that curls. I say moisture is like the glue. The more moisturized your hair is, the healthier it's going to look, the better your curls are going to form. And that's it. Don't touch your hair when it's drying. Do not touch it. Don't mess with it. Make sure you get your edges. So we're just going to keep doing it, keep doing it. I couldn't help myself. So again, make sure you get water all throughout your hair. All of it. And now we're going to Detangle. Hi, Thicare 16. Welcome. Welcome to my wash and go. So, you know, I will do a quick recap. So we are doing, I am Scarlett. I'm the creator of Wonder Curl. So I am demonstrating how to do a wash and go using the sealing hair butter, and we're also using the Curl Control Styling Lotion. So this is the combination I'm using today. And so what the sealing hair butter is going to do for your hair is that it basically, did you get my emails in regards to our silk bonnets? I don't think so. So just resend it or DM me. I'm gonna add a little bit more water, because you know, and here's the other thing, like I want you to also, when you're touching your hair, get familiar with your hair. So look at this. You can see here it's a little bit poofier, and here the curls are formed better. That means this part of my hair, it just needs a little bit more water. Just a little bit. And now we're going to see. I just wanted to show you what adding more water helps. And now that we've gotten like most of that poofiness out, of course, like I can't get 100% out because my hair is just, it's just not my hair. But what this is going to do, the sealing hair butter, once I apply it, smooth it on the hair. So now I'm like, okay, let's feel back here, the part that was poofy. It feels good to the touch. It's smooth, right? So now we can move on to the next step. So I just want you to remember that, like, you do not want to move on to the next step of the styling process until your hair feels good in your hands. And now I'm applying the Curl Control Styling Lotion. Now notice, like, once I apply the lotion, how much smoother, how much more clumps I have. We're gonna put you with these guys. Get over there. And I noticed, like, you can also, if you find like, okay, some parts of your hair just won't cooperate, you can always do like a little finger detangle. I mean, not finger, a finger coil with your hair. That's gonna help. Oh, you know what? Duh. Let me type in the website. And this is this video is going to, I'm going to keep it available. So I'm going to type in wondercurl.com. So you could just go to the website. That's where you want to go. So now we're moving on to the next. Again, just make sure there are no tangles. Plus, it just feels good. It just feels so nice to like touch your hair when it's wet and it's soft. So now I'm going to apply the sealing hair butter. Again, this is going to, what this does is that it coats the cuticle and it helps to keep the cuticle down temporarily. So, you know, if your hair is rough, it's dry, it's not smooth to the touch, that's your cuticles. The cuticle is the outer layer of your hair, and sometimes the cuticle is raised, and sometimes it stays that way. So using a thick product like the sealing hair butter, what that's going to do is that it's going to just coat that cuticle, help it to close, even just a little bit is better. And what then you apply the Curl Control Styling Lotion right over it. And that kind of just like further helps to keep it closed, but also this is what helps your curls, your style to set, to get that definition. Make sure you get the front of your hair. Yes, I'm sorry, you can head on over to wondercurl.com, and right now all of the 8-ounce sizes are on sale. So I'm going to take the back down now. Again, doing that, that's just, you know, it's optional. It's not something, it's something that I just found that I prefer to do when I'm styling my hair, just to keep parts of my hair out of the way, especially like when my hair was longer and I just did not want wet hair on my back. So again, just what you want to do is you want to, jeez, these clips keep falling. You want to get familiar with your hair, and now is like the perfect time. I know around the country salons are starting to go to open back up, so we'll be seeing our stylists again. But our stylists, most of us, the good stylists, they want you to know that your hair. They want you to take care of your hair when you're not with them. So I just want to make sure I get all of it from root to tip. I'm actually going to go into smaller areas because again, this is still a little bit thicker. So I'm going to apply this directly to my hair. So you can see it's white, but you have to just keep working it through. Work it, work it, work it. Feels good, yep. Moving on. Next is the Curl Control Styling Lotion. I'm not going to use that much. And I'm going to rake it back because the way your hair dries, however it's set when it dries, that's just how your hair is going to look the rest of the week until it's your next wash day. So if you want your hair to be in front in your face, then that's how you're going to style it and let it dry. So now I'm going to this section. You want to, the idea is to coat just about every strand that you can with products. This is what's going to keep the hair protected. More than any kind of braids that you do, any protective styles that you're doing, if you are not putting, if you're not taking that time to apply a product that's going to keep your hair moisturized, if you're not getting water and then the product over it, I should say, don't just throw product over your hair. That's, and even if like your hair feels dry and you just say, well, I'll just put some more Curl Control Styling Lotion on my hair. That's not going to hydrate your hair. Only water can do that. What these products can do is keep that water, seal it in. It works with the water. Hold on. I keep dropping stuff. Let me just get this out the way. Right? So now we're in the front, and usually lately I've been wearing my hair like this, mostly because even if I try to put my hair to the back, it still flops in my face because my hair just wants to be all up in my face. My hair is like, what's going on? What's happening over there? I want to see, I want to see. So we're going to clip this part. Again, water, water, water. I better hurry up. I'm gonna be, it's almost an hour. Normally this process wouldn't take me as long as an hour, but you know, I'm talking, which is a little distracting. So water. Next is going to be your sealing hair butter. I tend to put a little bit more products in the front of my hair because I touch the front of my hair more than any other part of my hair. Probably because like I'm always trying to like push my hair out of the way. And so that part tends to frizz and the curls break up a little bit faster than the rest. So that's why I'll add a little bit more to that part. And then adding that. We are almost done. And I'm going to, where do you go? Where do you go? Okay. 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 We're almost done. I am like kind of excited for this end. So now if you want your curls to stay flat and stay super defined, then this is how you're gonna let your hair dry. I always sit under a hooded hair dryer. That's how I let my hair dry. I stay under the dryer until my hair is completely dry. I don't and the reason why is, one, you don't want to air dry. I think again, it's one of those things that we think that, well, if we're not using heat, it's going to be better for our hair. But in reality, when you keep your hair wet especially when we have products in it. If we have products in our hair, then our hair is going to take a lot longer to dry. My hair will take like 8 hours. I kid you not. And what happens is that when your hair is wet, it's in a weakened state. So if you air dry, and it takes your hair forever to dry, sometimes we do twists and we go to sleep with the twists with our hair wet. You are going to notice over time that your hair is, you're basically weakening the hair, and you're going to be making it drier because of it causes more damage. It's that water. You don't want, so we want to keep our hair moisturized. We don't want to keep our hair wet. So it's two completely things. So just keep that in mind. So I always sit under a hooded hair dryer, and then I finish with my blow dryer that has a diffuser at the end to get those parts of my hair that like usually the bottom part that doesn't get under the dryer is where I will dry my hair. But I also like to fluff my hair. So this is what, sorry. So I'm now going to scrunch up my hair. And this is something that I like to do. This is going to help. One, it helps my curls to form. I like the shrinkage. The shrinkage gives me more volume. So I know sometimes we don't want shrinkage. If you have very tight curls, you may want to avoid this process of scrunching your hair. Scrunching is more to help the curls to form. So you don't want to do this part. But if you have looser curls, if you want volume in your hair, then you want to do the scrunching part. You want to scrunch all of it. So notice like how now my hair has a little bit more fullness to it. You can start to see the shape. That's what the scrunching does. If you want to get like fancy, you can stick your head upside down and do it even more. And this is the beginning part. And I've also learned, because I used to not do this part. I used to not scrunch my hair because I'm like, oh, it's going to break up the curl. It's going to cause frizz. But I found that for any good style, especially if you're looking for volume, you want to find like that good frizz to curl ratio. That's essentially what you want to go for. But if you sit under the dryer, however way your hair looks, when you go under the dryer, don't touch your hair. It's basically, it's just going to put a gentle heat that's going to be distributed throughout. See, I need the front of my hair to not be so in my eyeballs. So I'm going to scrunch the front part a little bit more so that the curls can get a little bit tighter. And see, this is why our hair is magic, right? Our hair is magic because look. Our hair is magic. Straight hair can't do that. They can't do that because it's straight. It doesn't bounce back like ours. So I say embrace your curls, embrace the frizz, embrace the shrinkage. I know we tend to just try to, you know, but also just, you guys, I'm going to go dry my hair, but before I go, I just want to tell you to just embrace your hair. Embrace your hair. Whatever your hair does, love it, appreciate it. Tell your hair you love it. I mean, honestly, say it. Just be like, God, hair, I love you. I love you, hair. Because, you know, if we have more patience with ourselves and with our hair, if we take this time, I argue everyone wants to have healthy hair. Even if you cut it, even if you keep it short, you still want it to look good. You still want it to feel good. So just take that time to embrace it, love it, put moisture into it, and you're going to see like your hair is going to start to thrive. So, all right, I'm going to go. That's my little Sunday sermon for you guys. Again, if you want to, you can, and you know, I am so silly. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I pin this? You know what? Okay, I got like 2 minutes. I got a couple minutes left. Let me see. Why can't I pin this? Hold on. Why can't I pin this? Here we go. There. So I just pinned the wondercurl.com. Completely forgot that I can do that. Last bit, I'm going to show you. Post a pic after a dry. I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to come back and I'm going to be live. I'm going to come back live so you can see the end result, so you can see how it looks. As always, great information. You are so welcome. You know, sharing is caring. The more information we have, the better decisions we can make. So I use the Sealing Hair Butter and I'm just cleaning it off. The Curl Control Styling Lotion. These are the two products I used on my hair. Now you don't have to use this combination. This is just a combination that I chose to do my hair today. I like the Sealing Hair Butter because it's so thick. It holds that moisture into my hair a little bit longer. But sometimes I switch it up. So I say play around with it, play around with products, play with your hair until you get it to the way that you love it. And then play with it some more, because you might find something that you might like even better than that, or you just say, you know what, this is different. Different is good. All right, so I will see you guys back in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna sit under my hooded dryer. I'll post a couple of pictures under the dryer. And thank you for hanging out with me. Oh yeah, so I'm doing a giveaway. So I was going to give away, hold on. Well, one of these caps by Thermal Care with the Restoring Hair Treatment, and I sold out of the Restoring Hair Treatment. I plan on getting more Restoring Hair Treatment in hopefully by the end of the week. So I'm going to be posting about how you can enter to win the Thermal Care Heat Cap along with a Restoring Hair Treatment to keep your hair hydrated. This thing is great. You just stick it in the microwave, you look, and then you just walk around your house, running your air, and you know, doing your thing, cleaning your house, I don't know, painting your toenails, whatever we do, and your hair is getting deep conditioned all in the process. Anything that saves time and energy, I'm all for it. I'll talk about that. I will post more information about how you can enter to win, because we all want to hydrate hair. Okay guys, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.